Okay, so I made a worry monster. It's a fun little activity that helps with breathing, and it helps with personifying a worry so that it's easier for a child to understand and to grasp, since a worry is pretty abstract. So what you need is a piece of paper. The website suggested cardstock, but I didn't want to buy cardstock, so I think it worked fine with just a regular piece of paper. And I put it on a clipboard just so that the paint doesn't go through. You need watercolor paint and a paintbrush, a bowl of water, a marker, a straw, very important, and I used googly eyes. You can also use just circle stickers and put them on your paper before you put the paint on, so that the paint doesn't go under the sticker, and then peel the sticker off, and then you can dry your eyes that way. But I think googly eyes are fun. Okay, so what you do is take your paintbrush, get some water, and I'm gonna do, let's do red. I think it'd be fun to do this with a child because you can kind of talk about worries, maybe explain more a way that they can understand what a worry is, and then let them choose the color and see what color they associate their worry with. So the hardest part about this, actually, no, I take that back. This is not the hardest part. If I had a pipette, it would be much easier. But since I don't, I'm just putting a lot of water in the color, and then you kind of make a little puddle on your paper, which takes a little bit because you just gotta get enough on there, because what we're gonna do is use this straw to blow out the paint to make our monster. So I just want to make sure I have enough in there, and it's okay to add more later. I would probably do this with my 6-year-old niece, just because she can probably understand a worry, and it is hard to blow through. I don't know if my straw is just really big and I need a smaller one or what, but when I was doing my example one yesterday, I literally was like lightheaded. So this is also great for breathing, because you don't want to go like, you got to teach them, which might be a good idea before you blow your paint around, that you got to do deep breaths and then blow. And it definitely makes me lightheaded, so I'm assuming it might make them. So I think this is the hardest part, but I have a little puddle, so I'm going to start blowing it around. So I have a little monster. I can add more paint or keep blowing. But I'll just stick with that. And so it's really awesome to be able to teach them how to deep breathe, because if they are in a situation that makes them worry or have anxiety, then they know from this activity that deep breathing can help them calm down, and they know how to do it from this. So after you have this, you need to just let it dry. So I made one of these yesterday. So this one's all dry, and this is how I would adapt it for an older child. Putting 3 different colors and then kind of like making it an ombre type thing because it's definitely harder. You really have to aim with the straw. And so after it's all dry, you name your worry or your anxiety. So I put nightmare because that's probably a big worry for a lot of kids, or monsters under the bed or something like that. This one I put recess because um, kids might have anxiety going out to recess because they don't have any friends or they don't think anyone likes them or wants to play with them, which is super sad. But so this is dry. So what I'm gonna do now is add my googly eyes, and you can do 1, you could do 3. I think I'm gonna do 3 this time, and one of them is gonna be bigger than the other ones. Okay, so I got my googly eyes on. So now you can draw horns, you can draw nose, a mouth, legs, arms, just whatever they want. And they can even, you could make it smaller, like cut a paper into 4s and make it smaller so that when it's done, you can cut it out and they can play with it as a stick puppet or something like that. And it'll just help them to visualize, like when they do have this worry or fear of recess, they can visualize their monster and see that it's not as scary as they thought, which is why I made him all happy looking. And then they can also just have more confidence because they have this tangible thing to grasp now when thinking about their worry or anxiety. But yeah, I think this is a super fun activity, and I think I would definitely start with my niece who's 6 just because it's a little hard with the breathing. This ombre pattern to make it harder, and then to make it super easy for like my 3-year-old niece, maybe even a blow dryer might be too strong, but it would move the paint around. So yeah, I hope you guys liked my worry monster.